Okay, in this video I'm going to talk about how to insert data into an sqlite database, and let's start building the interface using constraint layout. I'm going to press this to set the constraints for this edit text. Now we need another edit text here. Okay, now we need a button like this. But we need to give it some space. It's gonna change the margin for this one to 50, and for this one it's gonna say 50. It's gonna make this button larger like this. I'm gonna make it a little bit larger, this edit text. This edit text is 250 dp. That's gonna make this, the width of this edit text 250 dp. Yeah, I think that looks okay. So now we need to change the ID for this one. It's gonna be edit text ID. We have to update the ID in this XML file because there are some reference to it. Okay, let's gonna change the edit text for this to edit text name. The button is gonna be btn insert. It's gonna change the text for this one. It's gonna delete the text, and for the hint we're gonna pass enter ID, and here we need to delete the text too, and for the hint we're gonna use enter name. And next we need to make the button a little bit bigger, and let's gonna delay the text. No, let's gonna say, for the text we're gonna write insert. Okay, so this is the user interface for our database. And now we have to go to this database helper. Here we have to define a method to insert the data. So that's gonna say it's gonna be public, it's gonna be long insert data, and we're gonna pass as a parameter a string. Let's gonna call that parameter name. And the next thing that we have to do is we need to get the writable database like this. And now we're gonna use content values. We need to create an object from content values, and then we're gonna use that object to put the information like this. This name is this one, and well, the next thing now is to check to do the insert operation, and also to check the result of that insert operation. It's going to define a variable called result, and that variable is going to be equal to database insert like this. We are passing content values right here. Okay, so, and let's going to return the result. So now we need to go to the main activity and we need to create an edit text to get the information. Edit text is going to be edit text name. Now we need to find our edit text. Find our ID, this one. Okay, now we need to create an insert method. Public insert data, and here we're going to specify a view as an argument, because we're going to use this method here in the insert button. So choose text, and for this button it's going to specify on click, and this on click is going to be insert data. Okay, let's gonna close it, and now we need to get the name. So string name equals to edit text get text and turn it into a string. So now let's going to use a boolean is inserted equals the database helper we need to move this object from the database helper below the edit text so that we can access this object from here inside the insert data. And we're going to use this method, and it's going to pass it a name. Okay, it says that we have to use a long instead of a boolean, and now we have to display if the information was inserted or not with an if. And if the data was not inserted, we're gonna use this toast to show the user that the data was not inserted, was not saved, like this. It's gonna import the class. It says data not inserted. Now let's gonna use an else to show that the data was inserted. Like this. And this is it. Now we have to run our program. Okay, here we have run our program, and this is the user interface, and we're not going to specify an ID because we set it to auto increment here, so it's not necessary to write an ID for the ID field. So here we're going to specify Maybe swimming. I'm just gonna insert this one. Now here we have data inserted. Another one, probably boxing, data inserted. And this is it. This is how we insert data into SQLite database.